Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Persona 3 FES. In the last episode, we witnessed not only the end of the world, but also the ending that would actually happen if we were to choose the wrong answer here. So, with that being the case, with our choice that we made in the last episode, we ended up seeing what actually happens. And, apparently, not only do we lose our memories of everything we've done during the Dark Hour, but we also forget about every single friend we've made along the way, unless you were Junpei and Yukari, since technically we kind of met them the day before the entirety of the Dark Hour actually started, so technically we were still friends with them. But we forgot all our memories about Mitsuru, Mr. Korijo, Akihiko, Aegis, Fuka, Ken, Shuji, Chidori, and even Koromaru, and even Shinjiro, and Akinari, and maybe even every single social link we've even met throughout the story. So, we definitely saw quite a big drastic change to what we kind of did throughout the story, because everything we did was destroyed in an instant, because we didn't have all our friends that we made along the way, and we kind of forgot a lot of them, honestly. So, yeah, it was definitely pretty depressing, honestly. But, with that being said, today is our day to right our wrongs, and we're going to be making the right choice today, since that is actually the choice I would have made in the beginning, but I wanted to add the bad ending to the story, since I thought you guys might have wanted to see it. So, with that being said, as promised, Ryoji has returned. You will have to make your decision now. And with that, time to do what we did in the last one, and repeat what we did, and hopefully right our wrongs, and see whatever happens when we make the right choice.
Hey, long time no see.
Long time no see indeed, Ryoji. It's like everything we just happened was just a nightmare. Honestly, that would be kind of funny to actually think of it like that. That would actually make the story even better, because you have a nightmare of what happens when you actually do get rid of Ryoji, which actually would be kind of cool to add to the story. So, you know what? We'll think of it as a nightmare, honestly.
Midnight's just around the corner. At midnight, I will change from this form into something unrecognizable. So have you reached a decision?
I think we have indeed.
Okay. I'll be waiting in his room until midnight. Come see me when you have your answer.
Okay, and we'll definitely be doing that very, very soon.
Ryuji-kun.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't let the fact that you'll have to kill me influence your decision. As I said before, I'm going to disappear anyways. I won't feel any pain by dying, so there's no need to worry about me.
If you say so, buddy. But honestly, it's just the idea of doing so is kind of sad, since we know that he wants to live longer and he didn't want to become this being based on all of his actions, and it's just like he's been forced to at this point. Because he's honestly a genuine dude, outside of him being the 13th Arcanum and everything. It's just the fact that his life means that the end is coming, and he can't do anything about it, and it's kind of just unfortunate that these events lead to this, and he's gonna die no matter what happens. So it's kind of just upsetting that that even happens to the dude, because he really is a cool dude at the end of the day, outside of him being, like, forced into this predicament.
I'll be waiting.
You okay, Junpei? But, yeah, we're getting ready for it.
Have you made your decision?
I think I have.
I see.
Yeah, I see indeed.
Have the rest of you made your decisions as well?
No need to ask me.
What about you, Yukari?
You know how I feel. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't on board. I'm with the rest of you.
How about you, Ken?
I'm in too.
And it looks like Aegis as well.
I have made my decision as well.
good. Looks like we're all in agreement, then. Let's not get rid of Ryoji, and let's fight to see another day, hopefully.
Then we're all in agreement, yes?
I think so. Not in the last one, but now we definitely are.
Better let him know then. Okay?
Yeah, of course. Because we're the only one that can actually make that choice. So, let's do this. Just gotta show up and tell him what our choice actually is. So, hey, long time no see, Ryoji.
Hey.
Hey.
It's been a long time since we talked like this in your room. Although back then I didn't appear in this form and wasn't known by this name.
Yeah, you were known as Pharaohs. And now you're known as Ryoji. So, what do we call you next if this isn't even your true form?
Don't tell me you've all decided to let me live. You're all going to risk your lives on a battle you cannot win. But you're the only one here right now, so...
Yep, it's our choice to make.
I'll say this one more time. If you kill me, Tartarus, the Dark Hour, and your memories of the battles will all disappear. Tomorrow, you'll wake up a normal high school student. You'll be able to live in peace until the moment of the fall. But if you let me live, you'll spend every waking moment until that day in fear of your inevitable death. Nyx cannot be defeated. It's useless to fight her.
That's what you say, but honestly, it's better than just giving up.
Are you still thinking? Or have you already made up your mind?
This is a very important decision. You must choose wisely. Well, we already know our decision. Let Ryoji live. So, what do you gotta say about that, bud?
I guess my words didn't change your mind. There's still some time until midnight.
Yeah, there is. But it's not gonna happen, dude.
I didn't want to have to show you this, but I have no choice.
No choice? Oh, that's kinda cool. So, his true form is Thanatos. That's actually pretty cool. So he's literally our persona at this point, since we actually have Thanatos in our party. That's actually kinda cool. So technically we can think of Ryoji as like our battle partner at this point.
See, I am not human. I will bring death to this world until I am finally satiated. Do not hesitate to kill me.
I think we're not gonna do that, dude. Even though that is kind of a scary form for you to take, but honestly I really do like Thanatos' form.
I want you to think about this very carefully. Is facing Nyx really the best decision? Right now, you are all confused by the truth, but some things in this world cannot be changed. You do not understand this yet. Memories are ambiguous. Old ones can be replaced with new ones, creating a new reality. Don't you want to end all your friends' pain and suffering? It's up to you. You're the only one who can make this decision. Now this is your last chance. Tell me your answer.
Well, I'm not gonna do it, bud. Sorry, but we're gonna let you live. But, honestly, I think, we'll be fine in the end. I have a good feeling about it. So, what about it, Ryoji?
I understand. It's regrettable, but it's your life. You can do what you want with it. I will respect your decision.
Cool. So, let's head back down.
Let's go back to the lounge. I need to tell you guys how to confront Nyx.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna finally tell us how to actually meet this creature. 'Cause we still don't really know what she looks like. So, yeah. Definitely interesting. So at least we know that Nyx is a she, but we don't know what kind of form it takes. And honestly, due to how they kind of say everything about it, it sounds like it's going to be really scary looking based on what he's kind of like saying about it. So, yeah, I'm kind of freaked out about that since we still have yet to actually see this creature. So, yeah, I don't even really know what it's going to even look like, and I'm terrified, honestly.
Yo, what's up, Ryoji?
Yeah, what's up, bud?
It's an unfortunate decision, but it is yours to make.
Yep, it is.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
But you can't defeat Nyx. It's impossible.
That's what you think.
But we must still try.
True.
Personally, I don't care if it's impossible.
Same. At least we tried to do something.
I understand. It's almost midnight, so I'll keep this brief. I'll tell you where to find Nyx.
Okay, so where do we find her?
She'll be at the Tartarus. You must reach the top of the tower before the promised day.
Okay, so now we know.
When's the promised day?
Yeah, when is it?
Exactly 1 month from tomorrow, January 31st, 2010.
I was gonna say 2010, but I think that's how we would say it, just say it 2010.
Nyx will descend to the Tartarus, and the world will end.
Okay, so we have until the 31st, 1 month from now. Interesting.
If you go to the top of the Tartarus on that day, you'll be able to face her. The tower exists for that purpose, of Nyx's coming. As the appraiser, I usher Nyx into this world, and Tartarus welcomes her arrival.
Okay.
The tower exists for the purpose of Nyx's coming. That's why it's called the Tower of Demise. So if we reach the top, we can fight Nyx.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yes, but remember, from today, you will fight against eternal despair. Like I've said so many times before, Nyx cannot be defeated. When you face her, you will finally understand this truth, and then you will realize what it is you are trying to stand against.
Okay. And that's what you think, but I think we'll at least do something about that.
We understand. There's no need to keep telling us. January 31st. We won't forget that date.
Yeah, we won't. The day of the end.
Well, I'll be going on ahead of you then. I want to leave you while I'm still in this form.
Okay. We'll see you later, Thanatos.
Ryoji-kun.
Oh, no words from Junpei. Just ...
Aegis, I'm sorry for all the pain and suffering I put you through.
Aw, that's actually really sweet.
I won't forget that you were my enemy and my friend.
Aw, hey, look at that. She actually said friend.
Aegis.
Thank you. This will probably be the last time I'll see you all like this, but I'll always be watching over you. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye, Ryoji. So this is literally the last time we'll see him like this. So, well, that means he's gonna see us in a different form then. So we might see him as Thanatos again at some point.
Best wishes in the coming year.
Okay, we'll see you next year then.
That's what you say on New Year's Eve, right?
True.
See you later.
See you later, Ryoji. I hope we'll see you again sometime. And honestly, we'll be happy to see you again, I think.
Not Ryoji.
Yeah, Ryoji indeed. A mysterious voice rings in your head. And with that means the full is now completed. Meaning, now that the full is now completed, that means judgment should soon follow, since that's usually what happens. So, thou art I, and I am thou. The bond thou is nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Fool, Arcana, hath been set free. We bestow upon you the ability to create Susano. Susano, you say? Hey, that's a little familiar. isn't, Yosuke's persona also Susanoo? That's actually kind of cool. I like how, because at the end, for the full arcana for, Persona 4, it's Loki, and Loki is a persona in Persona 5, which is really cool. So, like, and it's based on main characters, too, so that's actually kind of cool. So, I actually thought of that. So, wouldn't the full arcana be one of the main characters from Persona 5 into Persona 6 when that eventually does come out? That's interesting to really think about, because I actually don't remember what the full arcana was from that game. I might have to look into that. But, yeah, the ultimate form of the full arcana has now been unlocked, meaning we can now make Susanoo. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a different version of the Susanoo from Persona 4, since that one was specifically made and catered to Yosuke. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it would be a different version of Susanoo, but it's still pretty cool to think of. The C social link has reached its maximum level. You have now mastered the C social link. Your power to create personas of the full arcana has reached its maximum level. You have forged a bond that cannot be broken. And that's definitely the case. The full social link is at its maximum level. You can now create Susanoo, the Raging God. You've made an important decision with your comrades. Your relationship with them has grown stronger and reached a new level of closeness. And that means we now have judgment as well, I'm pretty sure. A mysterious voice rings in your head. Meaning, here we go. Into judgment. Only one more arcana to unlock, and that is Aegis' Aeon Arcanum. Thou shalt have her blessing when thou chooses to create a persona of the Judgment Arcanum. And honestly, I'll take it. But that also lets us know that the coming of the end is nearing. As much as we possibly can get to the end of the game, because there's only so much more left to the story. I think this story doesn't end till March, though. So we still have quite a bit, but it's still nice to know that we're getting closer and closer to the final boss of the game, though. You have established a new social link, the Judgment Arcanum, meaning the end of the game is getting closer and closer. But we still have to get to rank 10 of that for the game to be over, right? So I think we'll be fine. A new year is about to begin. In 1 month, on January 31st, you will be able to face Nyx. You must reach the top of the Tartarus by that day. This is the decision you have all made. 2009 is quietly drawing to a close. It was a year filled with many memories. Yes, it was indeed. Into 2010 then. Okay, and into 2010. January 1st. And honestly, let's see what our new year brings, since we're getting closer and closer to the fall and the inevitable, return, I guess you could say, of the monster known as Nyx. So, let's do this.
Happy New Year, Senpai.
Happy New Year.
Let's make this the best year ever.
True, let's definitely do that. And I think Koro definitely wants that as well.
It's New Year's, but there's nothing really special to do.
True, I guess. We haven't seen anything new, but maybe we might be able to do something.
Well, you can always wish people a New Year's greeting. Have a great year.
True.
Yeah.
True. Definitely true. You can wish everyone you know a new Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, Koro.
Arf. Oh, I like Koro, honestly. Definitely a good boy, let's be honest.
Oh man, I completely overslept. Why'd I stay up all night watching that stupid movie? Did you guys see it? It had these giant Amazon women running around in the jungle.
Were you watching, Wonder Woman or something? Because I know they're Amazonians. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder what movie that is.
Why would I watch it?
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know what movie he's talking about. I think it might be Wonder Woman, but I could be wrong.
Is anyone gonna visit the shrine?
The shrine?
No, I don't believe in superstitions.
Me neither. Oh, that's too bad. Yukari-san and the others are already there. They're all wearing kimonos.
Huh, okay, so some kind of, New Year's festival. Interesting.
Kimonos, huh?
let's go. That sounds like a fun event.
I'm gonna go...
Hold it right there, Junpei.
Yeah, you're not going without us, bud.
What?
You're going to the shrine, aren't you?
It's definitely the case.
No, I'm not. I'm just going for a walk.
Sure, bud.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going with you then. I'm kinda bored.
Honestly, I don't mind going. It sounds like we're gonna have a nice fun time since it's a little event, since it sounds like the New Year's festival from Persona 4, if you guys remember when we did that. So honestly, it sounds like we could have a nice fun time if we actually go. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna be heading.
Oh, I'll go too. Alright then, let's go. You coming?
Yeah, I definitely will.
Anyone know where it is?
Yeah, I do. It should be Naganaki Shrine, since that's the only shrine in Tatsumi that I can tell.
Yeah, the girls told me the directions.
Okay, so let's do this.
Sweet.
And there goes Junpei, only because of the kimonos too. Okay then. I still don't understand that. Like, is just a dress from what I can tell, like a fancy dress that you wear during certain occasions. So I don't understand why characters get all, like, super ecstatic about it. It's just a dress. And honestly, they look really cool, honestly. I like the designs of kimonos, honestly.
Happy New Year. Let's all do our best, very best this year. Hey guys, our late. We were just about to leave.
Oh god, not again, Junpei.
Yucatan.
What? Happy New Year. What's the matter, Ori? Yeah, what's the matter, dude?
It's Ryu Senpai. You look hot. I mean...
Stop staring at me.
I've never worn a kimono before. Does my sash look okay?
It looks fine, I think.
Fuka. Oh, you look... wow.
You're making everyone uncomfortable, dude. Stop.
Geez.
What about Aegis? Come on.
This traditional clothing is quite interesting. However, it's difficult to move in.
The girls seem to be embarrassed about their clothing. I'm kind of confused why, but, well, it's more than likely Junpei here, but honestly, it's just a normal dress in the end of the day, isn't it? So, I don't understand why, like, people get all up in arms about it when it comes to that, because, like, you had Ryoji, or not Ryoji, wait, Ryuji, okay, their names are similar, but Ryuji from, Persona 5 acts the same way, Junpei does as well, and then Yosuke, all three of them all get the same way about kimonos in all the games, from, 3, 4, and 5. I don't understand it, though, I still don't really get it, I guess, if I were to, like, look into it more, maybe there's a reason for it, but, yeah, I don't really understand why, the characters get as, like, into it as they do.
I'm so glad. I came. New Year's kicks ass, yeah.
Okay.
Junpei-san, why are you acting so strange? Man, we gotta see some great stuff today. Right, Akihiko-senpai?
I guess so.
He doesn't understand it either.
Hey, are you guys cold?
What do you mean by that? Well, yeah, it is after Christmas. I guess you could say that.
A little, but I love this time of year.
Yeah, same.
That's not what I meant. Junpei said that you guys aren't wearing anything underneath your kimonos.
What the heck, Junpei? Don't say that to the little kid. The kid's in elementary school. He does not need to be talking like that, dude.
He said what?
Ow. Kinda deserved. Very, very deserved, Junpei. Yeah, don't be telling Ken that kind of stuff. We don't need him turning into you. Okay. So we get to actually walk around. Okay, that's interesting. So that's cool. We usually don't get to do the little free time events like this, so it's actually cool. So it's kind of like the inn that we went to when we went to Kyoto. That's interesting. So let's talk to everyone since they gave us this option.
Dude, I didn't say that. Don't make things up. What? But you did.
Apparently he did. What do you think, Koro? Arfarf? Okay, same, I guess. I still don't know what he's talking about, but honestly, we need Aegis to kind of translate that. I wish there was a little speech bubble with little parentheses saying what Koromaru talks about. Because honestly, I do wonder what his thoughts are on things, because he seems to actually have a voice of some sort.
I'm not used to seeing the girls like that. I'm kind of embarrassed to, look at them.
That definitely seems like you. You are kind of timid when it comes to that.
I drew a paper, fortune. It read, great luck. I'm anticipating excellent results.
You definitely will get some good ones. Did you get a lucky charm on top of that? Probably.
How could Stupe say such a thing to a kid? But, it's nice to do this sort of thing once in a while. Let's think positive thoughts, and hope for the best results.
True. Very true. Honestly, due to the fact that these are the only, normal model people here, I do kind of wonder what they would talk about. Since normally, we don't usually talk to, just random people, but these are, the only people here, so... Honestly, I wonder what they actually have to say. I pulled the fortune out, and it was worse luck. That's a hell of a way to start a new year. Yeah, definitely so. Don't you hate getting the worst luck fortune? I feel like he's the reason my luck is so bad. Maybe I should break up with him. Aw, poor dude. And it looks like we can't talk to the Octopia lady, which is kind of weird, since she's here, but we can't actually talk to her. Let's see here. We have Fuka, and then we have Mitsuru, and that's it. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Can we actually do the fortune? Oh, we can. Okay. Let's talk to Mitsuru first.
Do you want to leave?
I'll stay here a little longer.
Alright. Let me know if you want to leave.
Okay, we'll let you know whenever we want to. What about you, Fuka?
Wearing this makes me feel renewed. Although the sash makes it hard to breathe.
Aw, you'll be okay. So, can we actually pull oh, we can. That's interesting. Okay, but there's no tickets left. Okay. What about this one?
Let's get going, Spooks.
Okay, let's get going then. And yes, we're ready. So, let's head on out of here. Huh, so that's everything we could do. Interesting. I actually kind of like that. It was actually really fun. Even though, it was very, short. But it was actually really cool to see.
What did you wish for, Fuka?
Yeah, what did you wish for?
I wish for a great year. It's a bit generic, but that's what I really want.
Okay, that's a good thing, though.
That's what I want as well. How funny. We all wish for the same thing.
So, what kind of blessings did you get then?
But it wasn't a plea for help. I know that we'll be victorious.
Yeah, but yeah, I do kind of wonder what the blessing was, because that definitely helps when actually going for that. But it seems like everyone was getting bad luck fortunes, which actually seems to be happening for the relationship fortunes recently, is whenever I pull one, it's always bad luck nowadays. And I think that has something to do with the fall, because that wasn't the case before. So yeah, definitely, yeah, bad fortune is definitely coming this way. But honestly, we still have a final fight to actually deal with.
We should get going.
Yeah, let's get on out of here. I think we've done everything we could possibly do for now. And honestly, it was a fun time, honestly, at the end of the day. Oh, here we go. And it looks like we have a call from Elizabeth due to the music. Your cell phone is ringing. So, let's see what's going on with the next block of the Tartarus, since that's always what these are.
Hello. This is Elizabeth. I'm calling to inform you of a change in the Tartarus. I believe a path that was blocked is now open. I thought you would like to know. I wish you a safe journey.
Thank you. The phone call has ended, meaning the final block of the Tartarus is now available. But we'll be doing that in the next episode. And apparently, we're actually... Oh, new music. That's cool. I kind of am gonna miss the old music, but I actually like that the music for the dorm is actually evolved as well. Since the normal school days events, music changed a long time ago, and it's been evolving over the course of the seasons. And now the dorm music actually evolved with the coming of the Judgments Arcana. That's actually really cool. I actually like that. Huh. Okay then. That's actually really nice. But yeah, with the Adama block now open, that's what it's actually called if you guys are wondering, which I think it means soil based on what I read. And it's Hebrew for soil, I believe, is what I read. Because of the fact that that stuff, when it comes to the names and stuff and the actual floors and stuff like that, I don't feel like that's any kind of spoiler territory, so I can look at that kind of stuff. to know how long our episodes are going to be and kind of like plan a little bit ahead before we actually head into the next dungeon. And it looks like we only have to go through 40 floors and not 50, like I said in the last block, so that's actually nice. But we are going to have to go through 30 of the floors because of the way we do things. Because of the fact that we do 5 floors per after each boss, and there's a couple more bosses a lot closer to each other. So that means that, yeah, we're definitely going to have a couple cuts, but also, apparently, for the Judgment Arcanum, because now I know actually how it works, it actually goes up per floor that you're actually going through. Not every single floor, of course, but yeah, the actual floors are actually going to have some dialogue on them for once, and not like the repeating ones that I always complained about, so that's actually going to be nice. So yeah, I can't wait to actually get into that in the next episode. So with that, I'll see you guys once we get our next event for the day. So BRB, boys and girls. Okay, into 1-4, and honestly, the last 2 days on the game literally had nothing. I literally just ran and did fortunes, to be completely honest, because there was no stories on those days, and that's mostly because of the winter vacation still being in effect. So once we actually get back to the actual school, which is very, very close to us now, we'll actually be able to do more stuff. But because I actually finally got a call from Mitsuru, we actually have one thing we can do right now, and we can actually go hang out with her for the rest of the day, so we'll be doing that. So, you're meeting someone today. It's about time to leave. So, let's go and see how Mitsuru's doing, since the only other character we've done this with is Kasuke twice. So, yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Polonia Mall, Chigon Cafe.
What a pleasant aroma. I only drink tea at home, so I don't know which type of coffee is considered good.
Honestly, from my own preference, French vanilla creamer is pretty good in coffee. You also got caramels, but the one I actually recommend nowadays is actually the Hershey's one with it's chocolate and caramel mixed together, and it's actually really, really good. I actually have a cup next to me right now. It's actually really, really good, and I honestly can't strongly enough recommend it. It's actually really nice, and it's basically like chocolate milk, but it's coffee. It's actually really nice.
But it seems to have taken a liking to this one.
Yeah, it is Chigon Cafe. This place is actually pretty popular due to the fact that there's literally a second branch in the one town that you can go to during Persona 4 Golden, and they have a Chigon Cafe there as well. So it's a branch that actually is very popular, it seems like. So that's actually pretty cool that, you know, it's actually as good as it is, because they wouldn't have multiple branches if it wasn't good. It's basically Starbucks at the end of the day, if you really think about it. Mitsuru seems to be enjoying herself. Yeah, she seems to be having fun.
By the way, do you remember what I said the other day about being hesitant to see you?
Yeah, I kind of remember that. And I think that's just because you don't know if, she's being married off to someone else, and she doesn't want to upset her family group. So if she does change her mind and go with our character, because she does have feelings for our character, and we can tell that by some of the things that she says, I do think that she feels like she's going to upset the Kirijo group if she does go out with a commoner like me, because she's being forced to marry the other person, kind of like Haru in Persona 5 when it comes to branching off to other companies, basically, to improve their company, which is really unfortunate. And I still don't really understand why that's still a thing nowadays, because that's kind of weird, if you really think about that, because it happens in today's environment as well, even though this is like 2010 and the game takes place, or 2009 it started, but it's 2010 now, but yeah, it definitely still happens. I don't understand that kind of stuff, because love is love, and you choose who you want to love, honestly, at the end of the day. But sadly, it's not that case when it comes to, I guess, rich people, and which is kind of strange, honestly, because, yeah, you'd think they would be able to pick whoever, honestly, at the end of the day. And it doesn't have to be like a business decision or something like that, which they seem to think that to be the case, which is weird. I don't understand that. I still don't, really. Mitsuru seems nervous.
Well, even though that's what I said, I find myself with you once again. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. What is it that I'm feeling for you?
It's love, baby. That sounds like something Junpei would say. It's just friendship, something that Aki would probably say. And this seems like more of the answer that she's probably looking for, because she's more on like the neutral fence about romance. So I think this is what we should say. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you really shouldn't worry about it.
I see. Your thoughtfulness is very reassuring. Thank you.
No problem. Mitsuru seems happy. Today you have become a lot closer to Mitsuru. Yeah, I believe so. We learned a little bit more about her. You have something that might make Mitsuru happy. Would you like to give her a gift? Sure. Let's see here. What item would I like to give her? I want to see if she'll like these lucky charms that I have, because this is what we would have gotten, when I brought up during the festival when Aegis said she got a great blessing. This is actually what you would get when you get one of those, and I was asking her if she actually got one of these, because it is kind of strange that she got a great blessing but didn't get a lucky charm out of it, because that's what happens when we do them. So, yeah, let's see if she likes this, because I honestly don't know what these items actually really do, other than you can gift them to people.
For me? An excellent choice. But more importantly, I appreciate your thoughtfulness.
Thank you, Jordan. No problem. Mitsuru seems to really like your presence. That's good. Your relationship could become stronger soon. It's getting dark out. You decided to go back to the dorm, and due to the fact that, I have a feeling that we might get something out of this, let's keep going, since you never know, because sometimes dorm conversations do happen.
Oh hey, have you noticed those weird symbols and posters all over town?
Yeah, I have noticed that.
They really creep me out. Nyx must be affecting everyone's mind. We should go to the Tartarus. A month's gonna go totally fly by, you know.
True, it will. And the little, posters are literally everywhere. And, some of the people you can talk to in town now actually do bring up the whole, cult thing of Nyx, which is really, really kind of scary. So, yeah, it definitely seems to be, like, going around now, but it's nothing story-based, which is kind of weird, because we still have yet to run into any cultists during the story, other than, I guess you could say Strega, but they're not really a cult, are they?
Have you seen the headlines? You know, the ones about the mysterious cult in town? The end is near. It must be because of Nyx.
Yeah, it must be, honestly. It is very, very strange, but they haven't really affected us story-wise, which is really, really, really weird. It's kind of like, well, it happens in Persona 4 with the whole, the fog cults, and then you also have, Persona 5 for, well, all the games have their own cults at the end of the day, near the end of the game, because of the fact that they're being manipulated by either a god or some kind of creature of some sort, and this time it happens to be Nyx, but, yeah, it's very, very interesting, that they actually haven't taken place in the story when it came to the main story yet, which is kind of strange, honestly, and I wonder if we will actually run into them at some point, because it is something that's really interesting at the end of the day, because they haven't really come up to us and really said anything about them other than the main characters bringing them up over the course of, like, a couple of the days, but they haven't actually done anything to us or said anything to us or, like, ran into us at all, so it is kind of weird, honestly. Okay, in 216, it looks like we have a little bit of story for the nighttime, so let's see what's going on with Mitsuru.
Welcome back. We should go to the Tartarus tonight, Jordan. Our goal now is to reach the top of the Tartarus. We cannot falter. We have to do all that we can.
Yeah, we definitely do need to do something. And apparently, once we actually reach the top of the Tartarus, we will meet off with Nyx. But the thing is the final 10 floors are blocked, apparently. And that's where you'll actually meet Nyx. Because apparently, where we are now, 214, it goes 40 floors to 254. And then that's where the next block is. And then from there, once January 31st comes around, I think that's when that will open. And we go straight from 254 to 264. And then we'll fight off with Nyx, I guess. But yeah, very interesting if you really think about it.
Cases of apathy syndrome are on the rise again. There have been a lot of people reporting missing as well. This is not good. Society is crumbling before our eyes.
Yeah, it really is, honestly. And it's actually really terrifying to see that not only do we have the cult going on, but we also have the apathy syndrome people walking around, like everywhere. There's a bunch of them. Even, like, if we go out here for a second, I just want to show this off. But you have apathy syndrome guy over here. You also have apathy syndrome person over here. And if we were to go to, like, say, Polonia Mall, since that's the only other place we can go to during the nights, we actually have a couple cases there as well. It's everywhere. Like, it's not even just, like, in small areas, in small doses. It's actually quite a bit of people, if you really look around. You have 2 over here. You also have, if we go over here, you got 2 more. I don't think there would be, yeah, there's not one in there, but if we were to go to Escapade, we could probably find somebody, which, yeah, there's quite a bit, like, roaming around if you really look for them. Doesn't seem like to be any in here, because I haven't been in Chigon for a while, or not Chigon, Club Escapade, so it looks like none in here, but, you know, 4 people out of, like, a good majority of the people here that's not just a small amount, because, yeah, there's very little people here, but you would have to, like, multiply the amount of people we see here by 2, and it's just because of limitations why there's so many people here. So, yeah, so basically, let's say there would probably be, like, 8 if there were no limitations of the lost people here, and then you can also probably have, like, a lot more over where we actually stay for the dorm. So, yeah, it's kind of scary, and with all these, like, little runes and posters about the cult that's going on with the apathy syndrome stuff, yeah, there's definitely quite a big thing going on here that is outside of our control for the most part, as it seems. And, honestly, that's kind of creepy if you really think about it. Okay, into 1-8, with winter vacation now officially over, and the school days music is actually a lot more somber than it was before. It used to be much more upbeat, but now it's, like, really, really soft and, like, you know, sad sounding. Huh, that's actually interesting, because over the course of the entire game, it was really extremely upbeat. It was like, dun 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 dun, like that. But now it's like, dun dun dun. It's very different. Huh, I actually like that. I really like the music soundtrack for this game, honestly. You overhear a conversation. Hey, have you heard of this cult? Oh, hey, don't call it like that. If you don't know anything about it, the fall is coming. It's already decided. Oh, well, if it's already decided, then it can't be helped. By the way, about the homework for second period. So it looks like some of the students are becoming cult members as well. That's terrifying, honestly. Okay, and it looks like we got a little bit of story for the day, since Junpei's walking up to us, and this just doesn't happen every other day, so let's see what's going on with Junpei.
Hey, you busy? Could you come with me for a second?
Yeah, of course. I don't mind hanging out with you, Junpei. You're honestly, like, our best friend here at the end of the day. You're basically our, Yosuke or Ryoji. So, or Ryuji. So honestly, yeah, I don't mind hanging out with you, bud.
Let's go to the rooftop.
Yeah, of course. I don't mind hanging out with you. Okay. Wonder what he wants to talk about, honestly. I guess it's probably gonna be what's about to happen, but yeah, it's definitely, it's kind of different hearing him actually want to talk to us one-on-one, because that doesn't really happen, honestly.
Hey, we've never really had a chance to talk, have we?
Yeah, we really haven't. The game definitely didn't let us, because of the fact that you don't have social link, and I still kind of am a little upset about that, because Kenji would have been Junpei, and although Kenji is cool, he's not really my cup of tea at the end of the day. His social link is weird. I don't understand his social link, because he's trying to date a teacher, and I don't know if he actually is or not, but he says he is, but it just comes off as creepy at the end of the day for his. But he's basically supposed to be our Yosuke, or our Ryuji, but he doesn't come off as that kind of a character, because he doesn't really hang out with us, and you're the one that forces the interactions with them. But Junpei, on the other hand, feels like that character, and he would have been a much better social link, I'm pretty sure. And the sad thing is his social link only appears in Portable, which, yeah, it would have been cool to play through Portable, but the thing is Portable doesn't have the free roam sections like we have here, where we can go anywhere and we can actually walk around and do things. It's all, like point-and-click adventure, kind of like, you pick where you want to go, you can touch and go wherever you want to go, but you don't have any movement that you can choose where you want to go unless you're inside the Tartarus or something. So, yeah, definitely a little bit of what would be cool, but yeah, it's sad that it doesn't actually happen, which is kind of sad. Maybe when they do remake this game, or if they ever do, hopefully they choose to make it a choice on which social links your character gets. Because the only reason why you can get their social links is if you play the female protagonist, but the main protagonist in Portable still has his social links from this game. Which is, although it's cool, and that means you have much more social links to go through, it's just that you lose out on that choice because you're not really learning as much as you could about your party members. And that's one of the things I really like about Persona 4 and Persona 5, is that you can build up your relationships with your party members and actually learn much more about them other than the conversations you have throughout the story. It's just the thing that I really think that is one thing that hinders what happens here. Although the story is great other than that. I really do like the story in this game, and it's actually really, really fun. It's just that I wish that they had social links and everything, because I really do miss that feature. Because that's something that is really, really nice about those games that this game doesn't have. But if we were to play Portable, it would be exactly the way it was in those games. So technically it is fixed, it's just that it's only in Portable and you have to play the female protagonist in order to get it. Which I don't mind playing the female protagonist, I'll say this now. It's just that it would be nice if you could have the choice on which social links you get. I think that's at least fair. Because then the male protagonist can also build a bond with your friends as well, which would be nice. And also, you know what? Have a choice for the male protagonist's social links to go into the female characters as well. Just give it both. Both of them can meet off with either one. And maybe it would give you a little bit more extra story. It doubles the social link story because they'll have different interactions, maybe, due to the fact that your main character is, you know, different. So it would be kind of cool, honestly. That would actually be kind of cool to have different interactions for each one, and then it gives you double the story for the social links because they're much different on both characters. That would be cool. That's an idea, honestly.
It's almost coming to the coming of age day, you know. I used to think of it as just a day off, but now I wonder if I'm ever gonna live long enough to celebrate it.
Yeah, me too. You worry too much. This is just mean. So, yeah, me too. Yeah. Will we live to see the next coming of age day? I think that's in the next month, after 131, so I think that's what he means.
It's been pretty weird around here lately. People have been passing out, others have been going missing. Dude, it's kinda crazy. Senpai said it's because there are too many shadow victims, and the memory revision can't keep up. It's all gotta be because of this next, creature. Oh, and have you heard about the Doomsday Cults? They've been running around town telling everyone that they see the end of the world is coming. Man, we need to do something about that quick.
I agree. Yeah, true.
But it's not just, Nyx, you know? 2 members of Stray Guy are still alive. They haven't done anything yet, but I know they're gonna be planning something. And we need to take care of them too.
True. We have yet to see any of them, honestly.
Wow, becoming such good friends that I trust you with my life. I never would have imagined that happening last spring. But then again, I never thought it would come to this.
True. But I think we've been pretty good friends even, like, during last spring, based on, although you were mad at me a couple times, we never, like, had any bad interactions with Junpei, for the most part. He was a little upset a little bit, but that honestly was for good reasons, though. Other than the whole thing about the leader thing, but I honestly understood it.
You know, I don't think it's completely hit me yet. It's, just also hard to believe. But that doesn't mean we should just sit around and wait for it to happen.
True.
You're pretty cool, man. That thing was inside you for 10 years, and you harnessed its power and made it your own.
True.
I'm glad I met you. It's embarrassing to say, but, that's really how I feel. We'll always be friends, right? I mean, even after this is all over.
True. of course, together to the end. That's a better option there. I like that one. Cool. Yep, cool indeed. Yeah, we'll be together till the end, Junpei. Don't worry about that. Since, honestly, I think he's a real lifelong friend at the end of the day. And now that we're actually back in school, and Aegis has awakened her persona, she is now available for us to make a social link with, so I think that's who we're going to be hanging out with almost immediately. So, let's see how she's doing, since apparently she should be unlocked by now, so let's see.
Spooks-san, it's been a long time since I first came to school. My outlook on many things has changed, but I'm not sure these changes are for the best. Spooks-san, do you have any plans after school let's outs? If it's alright with you, I would like to walk home with you.
Yeah, of course. Let's hang out with her.
I am glad to hear that. Oh, but there is one place I would like to visit before returning to the dorm. Shall we go?
Yeah, of course. Let's see where she wants us to go to. I can't really think of anywhere. Maybe, oh, the shrine. Okay, that was actually what I was kind of thinking. Huh, so where we first met Koromaru.
I come here a lot lately. Before I couldn't understand the benefits of coming to these places called shrines. But lately, that has changed.
You did get your blessing there, so yeah, that would make sense.
This is also where we met Koromaru-san last summer. We waited here until we found him, even though he knew his master had died.
True. Very true. I wonder what, who that actually was if we were to meet them. I do actually kind of wonder what Koromaru's, old, like, you know, caretaker used to be. Because it is kind of interesting to see how good of a dog Koromaru is. So I really do wonder how, you know, his previous, like, caretaker was, honestly, because that means he would have been a cool dude on top of that.
Now I can understand his reasonings for doing that. What drives people isn't necessarily facts, but feelings. He knew for a fact that his master had died, but his feelings of wanting to be with him made him stay.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
It's the same for me. I have grasped the fact that I can't protect you, yet here I remain. Subconsciously, I was following my feelings rather than the available data. I was so confused at the time that I didn't notice it, but to tell the truth, it seems that the reasons behind my behavior changing while I am with you, Spookson.
You sense a faint affection from Aegis. Okay, with that, our final arcana has now been unlocked. Since the Aeon is literally the final one, a mysterious voice rings in your head. And with that, here we go. Into the final arcana we have yet to unlock. Even though I already have an Aeon arcana, but it's honestly nice to have another one. So, or like the actual arcana to get the XP bonuses. So, thou shalt have her blessing when thou choose to create a persona of the Aeon arcana. So, honestly, we'll take it. And I believe Aeon in this game is the highest possible level arcana you can get. So, yeah, this is going to be really good to get. Judgment and Aeon are the strongest based on what I can tell, but Mitsuru's Empress Arcana is a very close match. You have established a new social link. Now we have the Aeon. It seems this is a new Arcana, the Aeon social link. Oh, okay, that was different, that's new.
Oh, I have a correction to make. I talked about what drives people, but of course Koromaru-san and myself aren't people. I am sorry.
Aegis looks somewhat lonely. You decided to go back to the dorm. Okay, yeah, let's head back to the dorm. And also, due to the fact that the school is now open, I'm pretty sure we'll get a small story. So, let's see what's going on.
Where have you been? The term seems like any other term. I don't care about what's going on or what's going to happen to the world. All I'm going to do is keep moving forward. So, let me know when you want to go to the Tartarus.
Yeah, of course, Aki. So let's see what you also have to say about that.
Everyone at school thinks it's just some normal third term. They have no clue that this may be the last third term ever. Isn't it kind of weird, that we're the only ones who know about this?
Yeah, it is kind of strange. Strega knows about it, and it seems like the Lost and also the Cult know about it. So it is kind of weird what's going on there. Maybe they're also able to go in the Dark Hour? And it's just because we never met them? That would be interesting to find out. But I honestly don't know. But the thing is when they say January 31st is the end of the world, in the bad ending, that wasn't the case. 3-5 seemed to be the end. Unless maybe it already happened and it only during the nighttime we turned into the Lost or something like that. We never really found out the answer to that. But, yeah, very, very strange, isn't it? I wonder what's really going on there. Okay, into 1-9, which will probably be the final thing we do for today, due to the fact that I want to do, for 1-10, due to the fact that there is a small little, bit when it comes to the calendar here, which is the reason why I want to do it. Since right here we have 1-10 and 1-11, I feel like we should do the Tartarus on the night of 1-9, just in case, so that actually gives us something to do there. So, with that being said, we're actually going to be hanging out with Mitsuru today, so let's finally rank up Mitsuru again for the first time in a while. So, let's see how she's doing. Jordan, what a coincidence. Are you leaving right now? Mitsuru seems to be curious about how you'll react. Since you have Lakshmi, a persona of the Empress Arcanum, you should get along well with Mitsuru. Would you like to spend some time with her after school? And that's an obvious yes. Okay then, let's go. It's rare that I have any free time off. And honestly, that's kind of a lie due to how her social link works. Mitsuru is smiling. So, let's see how she wants to go now, because honestly, it's been a while since we've actually hanged out with her, so honestly, oh, we just came back to Wild Duck Burger again. That's interesting. UI Todai Strip Mall, Hamburger Shop Wild Duck Burger. I think I've acquired a taste for fast food. It is pretty good, although it's bad for you. So, what about it? Do you remember when I said that I was hesitant to meet with you like this? Well, could you just pretend you never heard of that? We both sleep under the same roof. There's no point in worrying about it. And I should confirm my decision. There is a melancholy tone to Mitsuru's voice. What's going on? Hey Jordan, do you want to see how many places we can visit in one day? Or is that being selfish? Let's do it. That sounds like fun. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Let's visit all the restaurants you introduced me to in order. I can go anywhere now, as long as you're with me. Mitsuru is smiling. Thank you, Jordan. Let's make some memories that will last forever. Aw, that's actually really sweet. You understand how Mitsuru feels. Her relationship with her is now stronger. And honestly, I'm gonna say this now. When it comes to all the female characters for the actual SEAS members, I still think Mitsuru is the most like fun character out of all of them. Due to the fact that not only is she wanting to become better, she's also like she's in such a high position that she thinks she's already good, but she's actually trying to improve her personality on top of that. And honestly, her personality was pretty chill from the get-go. Even though she thinks that she's been harsh on us and hard on us this entire time. But she's actually been a really chill character throughout the entirety of the game. And honestly, I think her story has been pretty fun throughout the entirety of the game. Even though, like, the Kirijo group created the Dark Hour and everything, she's taken the blame for everything, even though she really never had to. And it wasn't even her fault to begin with. So, yeah, I definitely really enjoy Mitsuru's story. And then after that, it would be Aegis, because, one, she's a robot, and two, because of the fact that, her character is just pretty interesting to me. And then we'd had Fukuma, which, shy girl, then she's trying to improve her life, even though she's, like, pretty... trying to think of the word. Trying to really think of it, but it said it earlier in the game, she thinks things are all her fault, and that she blames herself for things that are happening when she really doesn't need to, and she feels like she has a self-importance issue, even though she's actually a really cool character, and there's nothing actually wrong with her. And I think that's pretty cool that she tried to build up her character and build up herself over the course of the game. And then you have Yukari. But even though I say that Yukari is, like, on the end of that spectrum, when it comes to the female characters, every single character in this game has been really interesting. And that's actually really nice, due to the fact that that's not always the case in video games. Not all main characters are important or feel, like, fun. Every single character in this game has definitely made their place in the story, and are actually really fun to boot over the course of the adventure. Although, as I said, Yukari's character did not do as well during the beginning of the game. The further and further you get into the story, her character has gotten much, much more interesting, and it actually helped her quite a bit, and actually made her much more enjoyable as a fact. So, yeah, that's actually a really nice thing to see, because that's not always the case in some video games. Not all characters are always, like, fun and or, like, important to the story as they are in these Persona games. Because usually Persona games are really, really good at building characters. And that's the reason why I really like these games after we started doing these. And, yeah, I really like these stories. And I honestly can't wait to do more of these type of games in the future, because, yeah, these games have definitely opened up to my, like, me wanting to play more JRPG games and actually see the stories for these games and actually interact with these characters and stories and learn much more of this type of genre, because these types of genres seem to have some really good stories that you don't normally get in some of the games I've played so far. So yeah, I actually really, really enjoy these type of games, and it first started with Tokyo Mirage Sessions, my enjoyment of these type of games. So yeah, I definitely can't wait to actually do more of these games in the future. I would like to do Shin Megami at some point. I don't know if we will, because I don't know how to really record a Shin Megami game, but Persona's easier because there's, like, pinpoint locations where story happens. But Shin Megami games are more dungeon-heavy, kind of like Mystery Dungeon, but we did play through a Mystery Dungeon game, so maybe it might not be as hard. So I guess we'll find out eventually when I do sit down and do one of them. I think the first one we will do is either going to be Nocturne, or Strange Journey, or Number 5. So one of those games will end up being our first one of those games if we ever do a Shin Megami game. So honestly, I can't wait to actually do one if we end up doing that. I know I say might, but it's just, I don't want to say for sure, because I honestly don't know, and I don't want to make, like, a promise I can't keep. So I do want to do one, though. That is something I do want to do. It's just I don't know how to do it. So I'm just going to say, don't hold me to it, but if we do it, I will do it. So I really do want to get into those, though, because I haven't got to play any other Shin Megami games other than Strange Redux, because I've been sitting off on it because I want to do it like a first-time playthrough with you guys, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. So with that, we finally got another rank up of the Empress, so mysterious voice rings in your head, and honestly, I think we're on rank 7, I believe, because we're about on the same, like, rank as Kenji is, I believe. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou shalt have your blessing when thou choose a creative persona of the Empress Arcana. Which, as I said, it's definitely a good persona, like, Arcana to have, since it's definitely really close to the higher level ones in this game. The Mitsuru Kirijo social link has reached level 7. Your power to create personas of the Empress Arcana has grown as well. Which is always nice to hear, since we can always use it. It seems like things are getting serious with Mitsuru. Yeah, it definitely seems that way. You spent time with Mitsuru until just before curfew, and then you returned to the dorm. Probably with Mitsuru, because apparently we went to every single place we've been to in a row, which is actually really nice. And honestly, based on what she said, it kind of seems like she is getting a lot closer to us when it comes to, like, she can't specifically say she likes us, because she's being married off to somebody, kind of like Haru in Persona 5. I don't know if it's the same thing when it comes to Royal, since I still haven't gotten that far to that point, because what I'm doing, as I told you guys before, is I'm going through the game, and I'm going to try and do I'm not going to do the social links, of course, because if you go too far in the social links, you get special items that progress your social links further to the point of that, and you get those buffs early, which is something I don't want to do. All I'm really doing right now is I'm trying to get to the end so I can get the social stat upgrades, so it makes the story easier for when we're just building towards story, because the social stats definitely do get in the way when it comes to that kind of stuff, which was really nice for this game, that I didn't have to do anything like that, because I was able to max those out early due to the fact that there is the whole mod and everything that helps out a lot, because that's something I don't want to do for you, to be completely honest. It takes a lot of your enjoyment out, because I'm trying to focus on the story, and if you're skipping through story a lot, it's gonna be like, kind of like how the days off we've had. We would have a bunch more of that, is what I'm trying to say. So, and also it takes off from my, what I'm doing right now, and I have to also go into doing, like, strength upgrades or stuff like that. So, yeah, I definitely do enjoy this way of doing it, because it definitely helps with my enjoyment of the story, because now I'm not focusing on alternate things that aren't as important. Because, although the social stats are kind of important to the story in a way, because it lets you meet other social links, but honestly, I like the ability to just walk up to a social link and start working on them without the fact that a social stat is going to be forcing me to not be able to actually start ranking up them again. Because that happens a lot in Persona 5, and I know that because I played through the original. So, yeah, definitely going to be a thing, but as I told you before, I'm not going to play through the new ending until we actually play through it. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting once we finally start getting into Persona 5, because it's not going to be the next series, but it's going to be the following series, which is honestly going to be really interesting. I still don't even know what we're going to be doing next, to be honest. And honestly, I hope it's going to be fun, because I still don't actually know what I'm going to do next. But let's finish off the day and see what's going on here.
Sup, dude. Only 3 more weeks till, X Day. But it's weird. I was pissing my pants all last month. But since I decided that I was gonna fight, I'm not scared anymore. Hey, let's go to the Tartarus, man. We gotta do, what we can to do, right?
Yeah, of course. And we already know that the next episode is going to be the Tartarus, so with that being said, like I said earlier, this is where we're going to be ending today's episode. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of your day. In the next episode, we will be getting into the Anima block, which is apparently only 40 floors, and then you have a second part which will be going in apparently January 31st for when Nyx actually spawns, or whatever it actually does to actually, you know, come to the world, because apparently it's already a thing. I don't know if it's like a space alien or whatever's really going on there, but once Nyx does come on January 31st, the final 10 floors open and then you can head there. But yeah, it's very interesting if you really think about it. But with that being said, the next episode will be the Anima block, and we'll be making our way all the way we can possibly go to make it to that end. So, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the Anima block. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.